Hey there everyone, welcome to another video. Today in this video, I will be talking about the best render settings to use in Davinci Resolve. So before I go ahead and show you the best render settings that you should be using, there are few really important settings that you should be aware of before I move on to the render settings. So in order to demonstrate what I mean, I will first like to import some media into the timeline. Now here I have some media that I would like to import in this project, and the thing that I want to demonstrate is there can be a variation in frame rate and there can be a variation in resolution between two different clips. So this is going to be a really common thing with all of your projects. This is a very big possibility that all of your media can be of different resolution. It is possible that it can be of same resolution and same frame rate. But if you have clips with different resolutions and different frame rates, it is important to know how to set your project up. So that is what I will be demonstrating here. Here I have a clip that is a really small one. It is just 9 seconds. It is a 112 megabyte clip. The resolution of this clip is 3840 by 2160. This is a 4K clip and this was made at 25 frames per second. So recorded at 25 frames per second. And here I have a gameplay clip and this was recorded at 2560 by 1440. So basically both these resolutions are different, and this one was recorded at 60 fps. So this one was recorded at 25 and this clip has been recorded at 60 fps. So how exactly are you going to set your timeline? Well, this is a really important thing and you should be aware of how you should be setting your timeline. So first I'm going to import both these clips, and once the program asks you to change the frame rate, just simply click change. Now by default the program is going to choose the lower frame rate. In some cases it might be possible that it can choose the higher frame rate out of the two clips, but in this case it is at 25 frames per second logged, and that is not what you want because this clip is recorded at 60 fps. And if I'm going to set the timeline frame rate at 25, the 60 fps clip is also going to play at 25 frames, which is going to make it feel choppy when I'm going to play it back. So we want 60 fps right here. And if you want to get full resolution playback in your timeline, then you can select the resolution that you want. Natively, this clip is having a resolution of 3840 by 2160, so I can choose this if I want the highest possible quality playback, but just for the timeline playback I don't think that much resolution is needed, so I'm going to switch it back. And as for the data levels, you can select full if you want the absolute best quality playback in this monitor window. With all that said, that is all you need to do in this section of the project settings, and simply click save. Now it says change project frame rate. Do you want to do it? You can't do this action. So simply hit change and now your timeline is ready. Now if I'm going to import these two clips, both these clips are going to play at their native frame rates. This one is going to play at 25 frames, but this timeline is capable of playing videos at 60 fps. Let me demonstrate that now. So I got this clip down here, and if I'm going to play it, it is going to play just normally. So this clip was recorded using an A6400 camera with a Sigma 16mm lens. And as you can see, there were no problems playing this clip back. Now I'm going to drag the other clip. And as you can see, this clip is playing back just normally too. So this is how you do some timeline settings that are really important for smooth playback in the timeline. Now I'm going to show you the render settings. So for rendering a video, you'll have to get your timeline ready, and once you have edited everything, you can simply check the entire timeline by clicking this full extend zoom, and then you can go over to the deliver tab. And here in this deliver tab, there is not actually a lot you need to do. Simply choose the file name, and first up just go to the custom export preset and here I'm going to guide you towards each and everything. So first up, just choose the file name that you want, and then for the format I will suggest you to go with MP4. Then for the codec, select H.264. So as for the encoder, I will suggest you to choose NVIDIA or AMD depending on what GPU you have got. I will select NVIDIA because I have an NVIDIA GPU, and in the process of rendering, this program is going to utilize the NVIDIA card and is going to render the video way faster in comparison to if I would have chosen auto. At auto settings, I think it is going to utilize the CPU more, but in my case, I'm obviously going to go for NVIDIA as I want the render to complete as fast as possible. Now coming to the resolution, here I will select 4K because the clip that I have got here is having a 4K resolution, and I would not want this to be rendered at 1920 by 1080. If I'm going to leave it at 1920 by 1080, this is not going to look in 4K quality because the resolution is going to change. The final clip is going to get in this resolution. I don't want that, so I'm going to head down and I'm going to select 3840 by 2160. As for the frame rate, obviously I'm going to go for 60 FPS because the other clip that I've got is having a 60 FPS playback. As for the quality, if you want the best quality, then simply select auto and just choose best, and that is going to give you the absolute best quality. So if you don't want to upload this on YouTube, then you can select automatic quality. But if you want to upload the videos on YouTube, then there are various settings for the various resolutions and the various frame rates. Now let me tell you what you should choose for various frame rates and various resolutions. So if you have a video that is 1920 by 1080 at 30 fps or 24 fps, then you can choose 20,000 kb per second is more than sufficient for YouTube videos. If you have a clip that is 4K, then I will suggest you to go for you can select 1 lakh here, and this is going to give you a really good quality. Now if you're looking for some really high quality videos, then you'll need to increase this number. If you want a 4K clip at 60 fps, then I will suggest you to select 2 lakh kb per second because you are working with 60 fps at a resolution of 3840 by 2160, and that is going to be a lot of resolution and a lot of frames, and you'll need to get some decent amount of data rate going if you want the good quality out of it. As for the encoding profile, just leave it at auto. Keyframes, leave it just like that, and you just don't need to touch anything. If you can see some other numbers here, then you can just copy the settings that I have here and you're going to get very good results. So these are the settings that I have been using to render out my YouTube videos. So this is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm not going to touch on the audio section because that has got nothing to do with the video. You can choose whatever you like, whatever you prefer, and that is going to be it for you. So this is all I have for you in this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want more content like this, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or queries, if there is a confusion or if there is something that you want to ask, please feel free to use the comment section down below, and I'm going to talk to you in the next video.